Boom.
And we are live. Well, happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Feel like we've been running all over the place.
Yes.
Alrighty, guys. So this is our Monday live. Next Monday I won't be here. I've got a board meeting that I got to attend. So every one Monday a month we won't be filming. All right. So if you guys are watching this, John and Bryce, part of the Project Tribute Foundation. So over the weekend we gained, I don't know, like 300 extra followers.
We're
so
moving.
yeah, there's definitely for all y'all that shared from our Facebook page. Thank you. If you let's see here, let me get the comments up. That way I can actually read. So if you guys are watching this and have any questions, you can just type it in there. If you are watching us from It's About Time, I know, I'm sorry. I bet that's Brent because I talked to them and said, "Hey, at 6 we're going to be filming.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to chime in." So, my bad. Okay, my bad. So if you guys are watching from the Facebook supporter page or the Project Tribute supporter page, just know that if you're wanting to share this, you need to hop out of that one, go into the Project Tribute Foundation, and that's all it like, just that. Then you can hit share. Also, if you're on the supporter page and you're commenting, all we see is Facebook user.
Yes.
We can't actually see who it is, and not much. You doing all right? So I'm gonna go in there right now and just see. I bet that's Brent. So if you guys are paying attention, I think we're about to hit 8,000 followers tonight. We're I think like 90 shy, so I think I can do it. I think we can get there. But we definitely need your help. So there's a Facebook post on there that's just a quick thing that you can share to your friends. If we hit 10,000 followers, there's other fundraising avenues that open up to us. So that's why our goal is to hit that 10,000. So help us, especially if you're an agency that we've delivered to, especially help us, because it's all these other funding sources is what we're trying to. Hey, there's Brent. There you are. Yeah, and that's so yeah. So the reason for trying to reach that 10,000 followers, hey Christian, is that it allows us. The Facebook has it kind of tiered up that as you gain followers, there's more things that you can do. And so 10,000 is the next one, but then we can start doing sponsorships and that kind of stuff. So if you haven't encouraged your friends to go like us on Facebook, please do. Yeah, Christian, I see you posting all the time, brother. I absolutely see that all the time.
Even if you can share some of our posts to other groups, various groups that you're involved in that you won't get in trouble for sharing us with. You can do that too. If you hit share, a lot of times it'll let you share those posts to different groups, and we've gotten a lot of traction doing that too. So that's a pretty good way to share stuff too.
And if you run a business, feel free. I mean, I definitely on the supporter page for sure. Advertise. I don't mind other small businesses advertising. It's just definitely if you're there's a couple of the ones that go in there and we're like, man, I don't know who that is or what that is. So if you want, because the rules on the supporter page is to get permission first, just reach out to us. And for the most part, as long as you're going to be a small business, I'm all about promoting and helping small businesses. Folks that I can't be sure that they're not a scam, I'm going to delete those almost instantly. Alrighty, so we did a lot this week.
We actually got monetized on the Facebook page, so that's super exciting.
I wonder because my Facebook's had quite a bunch on there of people doing that, so I don't know if this is new or if that's just because we hit a certain rank.
Beats me.
Yeah, I don't. But every day we've been gaining about $1. I need to do some TikTok stuff. Yes, you do. So we're at $10 right now, and we're earning funds just from people hitting the like button and sharing. So you can help us earn funds just by doing the touching of buttons.
The like, comment, share, anything.
So if you've been watching us for our 2.5 years that we've been in existence going, man, I want a way to help, but I just don't have the funds. Now is your chance. Hit that like and share button, especially on the post that has, and we'll post another one whenever we get done, but just trying to get other people to join our page and to follow us. So I keep saying like and share. So like on the post and then follow on the page, and invite your friends. That's a quick way to do it, but it helps us tremendously. And not only does it help us from just the monetary funds that Facebook's given us, and I think it was $1 for every 1,000 likes. I feel like that's the algorithm a little bit. But the other side of this is that we're being seen. I had a request come in from North Dakota, and I asked them immediately. They came in. I was like, well, how did you hear about us? And it was because they were just Googling us. So it's helping us be more available, more present in the social atmosphere by you guys engaging with the page.
Mhm.
So if you're wanting free ways to help us, hitting like and on our TikTok, on our Instagram, and especially on our Facebook, and sharing from that is a solid way to help us.
Super important.
Yeah, I mean, on this post right now, this live, if because one of the other metrics is the amount of hours seen,
Mhm.
and so that's one of the ways that you get funded. So if you guys are watching this, just hitting that like button is huge to us, or sharing and telling your friends, hey, go check these guys out. That is how we're going to help save more lives. And again, all the funds we generate, if it's coming through Facebook, like how they're paying us, someday I hope that becomes how we pay the rent.
Mhm.
But then your donations through Facebook, through cash, through the text to bleed, which is 918-856-3977. All those are what we're using to fund these requests. And speaking of requests, do you want to list those off, or I'm going to call you on the spot? So if you don't want to, it's
I'll leave you to it. I don't
okay.
think I have the list.
So in the last week, so Monday we did Dewey Fire. They got 4 thermal cameras, and then Justin is committed to training. What'd you think of that?
That was awesome.
Yeah,
That was super cool.
he knows his stuff, and I mean, it may all be garbage, but he says it really smartly. So I mean, I don't know.
I was taking notes.
Yeah. So we met with Justin last Monday, and I realized that I hadn't the podcast we filmed. It's still unscheduled, so I need to schedule that whenever we get done.
Oh, cool.
But so the Justin with Dewey Fire, he's the chief of Dewey Fire. He accepted the thermal cameras. He's also on the Bartlesville team. Did you see that they were using them?
That was really cool to see.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I saw that.
Yeah.
I had that.
Yeah, you held that in your hand. Yeah. So we've put 9 of those in their hands. And so it was neat to see Bartlesville Fire. So we gave Bartlesville Fire by the end of this 9 MPD devices. And it's basically a repelling device. And so Bartlesville Fire yesterday was out training. I swung by the firehouse just to see if I can get some photos, but it started raining. So
gotcha.
Apparently they melt in the rain. Just kidding, guys. But it was just cool. It was cool to see that they're using the stuff that we're putting out in the field, and they're training with it. And that's the thing that I really love about the fire guys, is that if you put something in their hands, they will become experts in it as soon as they possibly can.
That's awesome.
I mean, we gave it to them on Monday, and Sunday they were already like, let's get the ropes out.
It shows that they need it too. So you're really filling a need there. So that's good to see.
So then let's see. We did that on Monday, and then on Friday, went and saw Amanda Craig over in Stillwell. Amanda is one of my favorite officers, but I met her. She had received a grant from Running for Heroes, and I actually got to meet Zachariah that day. And she was shot in the line of duty and saved by a tourniquet. So her big thing was the tourniquet she used, she bought, and she always carried it because it was something important to her. So she put a request in after I met her really almost a year ago to the date. And we funded and got the whole department kitted out with bleed kits. And then Friday, she reached out to me earlier in the week, and she was holding a reserve academy and needed 8 more kits for her reserves. And so I went down there. So Amanda, if you're seeing this, thank you. I appreciate just the opportunity, and the Stillwell department, man, those guys it's just an amazing team. I love those small town departments because, they have each other's back. It's a cool environment. And then yesterday I delivered to the Disney Police and the Disney Fire. So Disney, Oklahoma is kind of part of Grand Lake. I think it's called Disney Island, technically.
Oh.
So Jeepers Anonymous, if you're not familiar, Disney's an hour from Bartlesville, and it's got an off-road. It's kind of, there's the dam, and then under the dam is all this off-roading trails. And so Jeepers Anonymous goes out there pretty often. And so I reached out to Charlotte over at JA and just said, hey, can you, would you all be able to help me fund this request? So they funded the police, which initially was 8, and then Disney Fire put in another request. And I was like, oh, so it took me a second to find the funding for the second half of that, but we delivered that yesterday. So we hit what's that? 4 agencies? Yeah, no, 5. That's 5 agencies just this last week.
Wow.
So
moving and grooving, man.
Yeah. And that's the goal. What was really exciting is that Lacey, in her genius, she started color changing the, here, I'll show you. I noticed this yesterday because she did it, which is perfectly fine if you're watching this. But it was like, well, that's smart. That I was just going through and marking the completed request complete. And,
oh, wow.
And she went through and darkened them.
Huh. Perfect.
Right. Makes perfect.
Nice touch.
Yeah. Like I was, yeah. I mean, makes perfect sense. Why? I mean, this is why, like, you need smarter than you folks and on the team. So she went through and darkened all the completed ones, but look at this, just in this year, these are the ones that we've completed.
That's over $200,000 right there.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely, we've done some cool stuff. So yeah, that was exciting. And these, let's see, I can't see it from here. There we go. This one. Let's see. So we've got next on deck. We do have the Jones Police, the ballistic shields. I'm hoping that this can kind of get funded through the Baxter Springs as the Jones ballistic shields, the Stevens County pulse socks, and then Stevens County also later on has bleed kits. And then the Jinx Fire and Rescue mass casualty kits. So if we can earn about $8,000, that's 4 requests that are big ticket requests that we're going to be hitting just from the Baxter Springs Jeep invasion.
Nice.
So,
which will be a really cool event, by the way. If you can
man,
make it, you should.
Yeah, the year one was phenomenal, and it was just like parked on the road, just kind of hanging out. Right.
Yeah.
This is going to be epic. I mean, Brent's on here, and if you guys have questions, feel free to type them in the chat or I guess that's really your only option. That was stupid of me. So Brent's in the chat, and then we can answer your questions as well. But so you want to read off that flyer so the 18th is off-road day, and the 19th is the kind of the big event day. But what all's on there?
Jeep show and activities. Yeah, they're going to have a raffle, live music, vendors, food trucks, and games. Let's see. We got the gates open at 10 a.m. And it looks like the show and shine starts at 4 p.m. on the 19th. And then that's at the Kiwanis Park, 740 East 10th Street, Baxter Springs, Kansas. And obviously you can find that on our page too. We're going to be posting about it all up through the event. But yeah, definitely not something you want to miss.
Yeah. So I think I've got it posting every day, and then next week it'll post a couple times every day. That way we can try to get it through. But tell your friends. The big thing about it is that this question came through our Facebook page earlier today, that you don't have, like, to walk into the park, there's not a at the gate entry fee. The fee is if you want to do the show and shine, and then like at the beer garden if you want a beer, or the pizza, or I guess they're not doing pizza, it's brisket, I think is what we talked about.
Nice.
So like the food and adult beverages has a cost, but just attending has no cost.
Right.
Then the city was making a pit for kids to take their Power Wheels through.
Oh, nice.
And then the fire department was going to keep that nice and muddy for all the kids.
Cool.
So, and then let's see here, they're setting up a touch a truck. And then Brent, did you ever hear about if you got a whirlybird coming? We'll give him a second, but he was, I mean, we're definitely trying to make this a pretty cool, pretty big event.
Well, and the cool thing too is all of the proceeds from pretty much all of this go to support us. So not only, maybe some of what the entry fees for the Jeep show, but also like profit from food and stuff like that, beer. So you guys just showing up and buying stuff and hanging out, you just support us in that.
When Brent him and his wife Leslie set out, it's a Route 66 town, and so they were trying to do a big event to help just not revitalize, but to bring people to the town, and it was focused around a pizza restaurant that's there that they do phenomenal pizzas. The police department has a little barrel train. Oh, heck yeah. Can I drive the barrel train?
Like, is there an age limit?
Yeah.
Weight limit.
Hey, rude. So
I was worried about myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what they all say. But yeah, so what's really cool about this is that once all their costs, there is a cost to run an event. I mean, you got to get licensing and insurance and all that stuff. And so what they're doing is that they're just trying to break even. And then once, I'm sure you can too. I know people apparently. So, but once kind of the costs are covered and making sure that there's funding for the follow-up year, then they are cutting a check to Project Tribute. And so the proceeds are going to Project Tribute. The thing that I respect about Brent and Leslie is that they, and this is kind of, I'm pretty sure that this is what they did with the other nonprofit they served, is that they're willing to put the books right out there and say, this is what we brought in, this is what it cost, this is the check we wrote. Just like us, very transparent.
Yep.
And then all of the proceeds would go to just funding requests. So again, because this is going to be a donation, we're not taking this towards anything else. The only exception would be we'll have our shirts on site, we'll have our yard signs, and then we're going to do bleed kits. That'll be pretty exciting. So, I guess I got to take this down. Hold on, where's my mouse? There. So we'll have bleed kits. I'll have the basic and intermediate on hand, and so you can purchase a bleed kit to put in your vehicle, or you can purchase a bleed kit, and we're going to have some stationery to where you can personalize a bleed kit that we would then give to a first responder. An example is that you put a thank you note on the kit, and so when we hand it out, the first responder will have a thank you note on the kit that they received from you. So there's a ton. And again, it's free to enter. I mean, that's the thing, that this is a great Saturday day event. The temp is, the lows are in the 70s, highs in the 90s. So nothing crazy compared to what we've seen.
Come on out, get some brisket, get some beer, hang out.
I want some brisket.
Come see us, right?
And then let's see here. So if you haven't, like, the show and shine, there was a pre-register that you needed to sign up for. There is some stuff that you can pay for at the gate. And Brent, any word on the parade on the 18th, the Jeep parade on the 18th? I got a question through Facebook on that one as well, of what time, if somebody's doing that. I think it's volunteer wise. So we're definitely going to need help if you're wanting to just come spend the day. It's nothing hard. All the stuff's already set up. Our booth will be set up, but there's going to be just little needs like, hey, can you help me find a trash bag, or, hey, this trash overfilled, whatever. So if you're looking for just a great way to serve and to volunteer for Project Tribute, especially if your company does it where they match or donate your time for dollars, this is a great opportunity. It's an hour and a half away from Bartlesville, super easy drive.
And I was trying to figure out too, if people need rides or something, I can accommodate. I can try to help carpool if people need, if that need is there. But yeah, just to try to get some people out there and get some participation.
Yeah, because we'll take all the shirts, the yard signs, and I've got another round of shirts coming. I ordered them from 4Imprint, and it'll be the first responder flag on a black T-shirt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about those.
I'll get one of those.
Those should be coming in. I needed them by the 17th, so I'm hoping. And then let's see here. If you have a Jeep and want to park in the infield area, it's $15 at the gate, and we are having a cruise at 8:30 Friday night.
Nice.
Okay.
Sweet.
So Friday night is just kind of not a parade, but driving around. But 140 Jeeps have signed up last I looked. Hey, is the count still 140? But from a volunteer perspective, this one, it's kind of like Sunfest. I mean, there's just, it's nice just to have some extra people, extra hands to help just talk with people and share about the Project Tribute. And then we'll have flyers to hand out. So that'll be another one. And the stickers. What'd you think of those?
Those were sweet.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm going to get some of those.
Over 150 have signed up already. That's outstanding. So Jeep'll like their stickers. The only thing that James did point out, that I need to put a dash between the re and the fund police.
Oh yeah.
I was like, so I got to reorder that one. But all the other ones looked sharp. So we'll have decals, Project Tribute decals. We'll have the shirts, the coffee mugs, yard signs, bleed kits, and then everything that we've got online as well. So if you're interested and you want to have Project Tribute gear before the event, you can go to www.projecttribute.com, and there's an icon for the store. And if you're looking on your phone, it's the 2 dashes on the top right. What's your favorite? My favorite shirt's that first responder shirt.
Yep, that's mine too.
Yeah, I gave Justin that one, and he looked really good in that shirt.
Yeah, well, I like that 3 Skulls shirt too.
Oh, that's a good one.
That one's one of my favorites.
Yep. That's a good one. That's a good, especially with October coming around. And then we've got our hoodies, lots of high quality hoodies out there. Brent got a bunch of stuff too. Your stuff hadn't shipped yet. So I saw a couple of the items were almost shipping. So yours should be there anytime.
I want to get some of that, the Bartlesville CrossFit stuff though too.
Yeah.
We put some neat stuff up there. I still haven't gotten around to getting it, but I need to go on there and get some of that.
Did you see the banner?
Yeah, that was neat. That they put up in their place.
Yeah, I was excited about that banner. I need to talk with Marilyn Davis. Made the first round of tablecloths that James Brown donated.
Oh yeah,
a couple showed up. Still waiting on a couple others, and I hope you love them. And if not, don't tell me on live. Um,
We'll talk later.
Yeah, we'll talk later. But so I need to take that first responder flag and put it on the tablecloths and see if I can get. Of course, it was Leslie stuff. Well, I mean, I didn't plan that, but thank God. Okay, that's all I got. She's the feistier of the two, so I'm happy that she got her things. What else? What am I missing, Bryce?
We had another event after Baxter Springs.
Yeah, so Okie Jeep Jam. Nick Martin was going to make sure that his Bravado Wireless sponsored us to have a booth, and so I think that one's a 3-day event, so it's like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and so he was going to confirm, but we should be at Okie Jeep Jam, and then hopefully, if everything works out, Tried and True Off Road will have our trailer by then.
Sweet.
It'll be pretty close on the timing, so I'm not holding them to it, but if not, then the next event that we would have the trailer at would be the in December. The Burial Mound Shooting Center has a running. I think it's a night running gun.
Oh, cool.
So then I would take the trailer to them. So yeah, I'm scared about, like, for whatever reason I see of course Leslie stuff showed up and I just shiver like thank God. Yeah, so that's that'll wrap up the year because I don't think we have any other big events coming up.
Not off the top of my head, I don't think so.
So then it would just be the online stuff for Christmas, and then we've done a big push on grants, so hopefully some of those will start paying out. That's the goal.
Yeah. And I know if you are a volunteer with us or you want to be a volunteer with us, a lot of companies will match your volunteer hours up to a certain amount. Like I know I work for Best Buy and they'll match up to $1,000 after I log my hours as a volunteer. So I'm working on logging those now. But if you volunteer with us and you work with a company, you might want to take a look into that and see if the company you work for would also like match your essentially donation of your time.
The other thing is if you're attending the event and plan on making any kind of a donation, you can also, like I know ConocoPhillips and Phillips, we've received a lot of the matching, and you go into the company's their thing, the computer,
right? That thing,
that thing. But you log your donation and they'll match it. So that's another awesome way that if you know that you're going to be making a donation, then you can double your funds and really make a difference. We're volunteer driven, and all our goal is just to keep the lights on, and that's where the shirts come into play, and then the bleed kits or anything life saving. We've got it's probably closer to $350,000 now. We've done a lot of big ticket items, but we've got a lot of things we're trying to fundraise for and get some of our 2022 requests funded and out the door. That way we can start focusing on the 2023. Also, if you're a company looking to make some tax deductible donations, the Project Tribute, we'll put your money exactly where it's been asked to go. So that's the neat thing is, and we've got some references if you're looking for, hey, I don't know you well enough. I've got a couple donors that have done some really big donations to us that we can say, hey, they'll be a solid reference for us.
And we have the paperwork to show it too.
Yeah, so there's too much paperwork. So from a volunteer perspective, there's the immediate need of attending the events, but the big one right now is looking for folks that want to help with just reading through grants or social media. So we're looking for virtual volunteerism,
graphic design.
Yeah,
that's a big one too.
Graphic
if we
design.
Could get somebody that's on graphic design that wouldn't mind volunteering a bit.
And then Lacey took over the newsletter, and those have looked phenomenal. I mean, she's done a great job with that. So if you're looking for people forward volunteer opportunities, we have it. If you're looking for, hey, I want to be a recluse and help from my recliner, we also have that. The hard part about it is I do need to make sure that I know you in some form or capacity, just because we don't want to open our doors to somebody that we don't to a scam artist or something. So
which there is an abundance of,
unfortunately. And then board members, we're trying to grow our board. So if you're really wanting to do something from a strategic point of view and help run a business, we're trying to grow the seats of our board. It's the commitment is at a minimum the one meeting a month, but also helping drive the foundation and helping us strategically make business partner connections. And our goal, one of the goals we set out in our strategic plan was to be self-funded by the end of 2023. We're not there, and we could use some help either through a grant that covers our operational expenses would be phenomenal, or a donor that says, hey, I'll help you. But or a board member that's connected that can say, hey, we've got some internal grants, or I
Mhm.
know somebody, or so that's kind of the big thing is we're looking to add more to the team. And so if you're from wanting to help run a business from a strategic partnership, or if you're I just want to sit on my couch and surf the internet for donor
Mhm.
options, that's another
Yeah.
opportunity. So how can they go if they're interested? Talk them through it.
Yeah. Well, if you just go to projecttribute.com, there's a volunteer tab. If you click on that, um, you can fill out a little form there, and that'll just shoot you my information, or not my information. It'll shoot me your information, and then we can get you squared away, and that'll just kind of help keep you in the loop for any upcoming volunteer opportunities and whatnot. And then you can also apply to be a board member on there as well. So those applications are there. Yeah, go and fill one out. Come help us out.
Yeah, we 2023 has been a powerful year, and kind of how the nonprofit world runs is after your third year, people really start paying attention.
Mm.
And so next year should be even, we've doubled every
Mhm.
year. We've doubled what we did.
Well, even just this year, just even since I started in May, you just watch how everything's growing. And it's like, it just takes one extra day and then something crazy happens. You're like, wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
So it's super cool to see. But yeah. On the volunteer front, too, currently I guess you could call it something of a grassroots effort trying to do some flyer passing out to, door to door. We've kind of talked about this a little bit, but we're still kind of waiting to hear from the city and to see if there's any specific
Like
rules
permitting
or anything like that regarding that. But haven't heard anything about that yet. But once we do, and once we hear back positively, we're going to start getting groups together to try and go spread the word just in Bartlesville, and then hopefully, once we square away all Bartlesville, if we can even move on to Tulsa and some other areas to kind of let people hear the word.
Yeah. Yeah. So lots of different ways to help support us. The big one right now, our big initiative, we're just trying to reach 10,000 followers on Facebook.
Mhm.
So if you're watching this and you've stuck with us for the last 30 minutes, just going on our Facebook page and sharing posts with your friends and encouraging your friends to go check them out. Please hit the follow button. Um, that's what will help us be seen whenever we're applying for the grants or going to other businesses. Whenever they're like, "Oh, I've heard of you."
Mhm.
We had that happen today. As a matter of fact, there was an organization that reached out to us wanting just to have us come speak with them,
Mhm.
and it's those little opportunities are huge to small businesses and small nonprofits. And again, if you're running a small business, if there's any way that we can help promote each other, let me know. Just message us on Facebook or email or phone number, whatever. And then to my last thing is just making sure that if you guys are interested in donating, again, we've got the quick donation text to donate. And so what you'll do is you'll text the two words bleed kit to 918-856-3977. And again, all the funds from that get used to fulfill those requests under that donation tab. So you can also, if you're interested and you see, a specific agency you want to support, then you can sit there and say, "Hey, I want this to go to that agency," and we can easily do that as well.
Yeah.
All right. So, Brent, is there anything else that we have missed on the 2023 Baxter Springs Jeep Invasion? And then, Bryce, what dates again?
The 18th and 19th of August for Baxter Springs.
So on the 18th, that's going to be going to the off-road park. And then on the 19th, that's all going to be in Baxter Springs. And the off-road park's not far from Baxter Springs. But the 19th, that's going to be kind of an all-day festival, for lack of better terms. There's food, music, live band, the Jeeps, the Touchy Truck.
We'll be there.
We'll be there with all of our Project Tribute stuff. And then they have a lot of vendors that will be there as well.
Well, we'll be there on Saturday.
Yep, we'll be there on Saturday, not Friday.
Right. So we'll be there Saturday.
And then one of the neat ideas that Brent was saying is that they're going to have a table that if you want to do a like a parts swap, basically,
neat.
You do a consignment where just put your stuff on the table and I don't know, yell bingo whenever, hey, I want to buy this. But yeah, so that's neat. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on, and then Brent and Leslie have committed that will be their nonprofit of choice for this, and so this will become our yearly event. Yeah. So the other side of it is if you're wanting to get more into volunteering and you attend this event, I don't think so. I think you have it covered. Nobody wants to miss out. It's going to be, it really is. And it's such a phenomenal group. It's cool to see I don't know. I can't imagine how it is on that year one for you all to watch the convoys of Jeeps come into this idea. But yeah, so they're committed to doing this every year, and then have Project Tribute as the beneficiary. So if you're looking to volunteer from the Project Tribute team, we're going to try to help make this bigger next year. It would be a lot easier on you if you really want to get more involved. Go attend this Saturday. That way you can help be part of the committee to help it for the 2024 event. That way you can see it and be part of the conversation immediately afterwards. But we're committed to helping and throwing manpower towards this event to help Brent and Leslie and help them grow, because it's benefiting our first responders.
Yep, absolutely.
I think that's it. Is there anything else?
No, just that. Just volunteering right now. We've still got a pretty decent need for it. I don't think I've gotten any volunteers yet who have committed to Baxter Springs yet. So if we could get some people either filling out that volunteer form and signing up to volunteer with us, or even just reach out to us and let us know if you can help, please do, because right now I don't think we have anybody besides us who's going to be there. So if you could volunteer, please let us know. We could certainly use your help. And like I said, I'm trying to help arrange rides. So if needed, I can help wheel some people up there, since I think it's about hour and a half drive or so.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half.
So, but yeah.
Okay, well, fill it out, Leslie. Go for it. That's awesome. And I guess the one thing about volunteering is that it's not like other events, because we spend a lot of time hanging out, talking with people, advocating. It's not, you're not going to be just busting your tail the whole time.
Right.
And really,
it's pretty chill.
Yeah. I mean, the more people that attend and help us volunteer, the less workload it is for everybody.
Yep.
So that's the big thing. But this will be, I'm excited. I'm excited for you to see this event. This is, because have you ever been around the Jeep folks?
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a Jeeper, not yet anyway.
You need to get a Jeep. So it's just one of the most wholesome groups of folks that I it's funny, we do stuff with other clubs, but there's just this way about Jeepers. We're not hippies, we're not whatever, but it is this, I don't know. There's a thing about Jeepers that, like, if you're broke down on the trail and immediately you'll look up and 9 other people will be around you that you've probably never spoken with, and your Jeep will be fixed within minutes.
Wow.
Now, it might be fixed with zip ties and a belt, but you will be roadworthy within minutes.
So they're just out there hiding in the woods, in the rocks.
There are people that have prepped for the moment that your tire falls off. Like, they are waiting for somebody's tire to fall off, because they're like, I have the kit for this, and I have the skills. I watched a guy that he took a grinder in the middle of a trail from his Jeep, and I don't know how it was powered, and he starts grinding and shaving metal as we were waiting to our turn to go up this hill. I mean, Jeepers are this amazing, phenomenal, scary culture that I love. Some of them are just like, hey, don't make eye contact, and the rest of them are just like whatever. And then you've got a bunch of hippie. The Jeep culture is just a phenomenal thing. And if you drive 2 Jeeps driving, you wave.
You wave, yep.
That's a rule.
I've seen it.
If you don't wave, that's not nice. And if you don't wave and you're looking at your phone because you were not driving while texting or whatever, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I miss a wave, I'm sorry. Alrighty, guys. I think that's it. Do you have anything that I've missed?
No, I think we got it all.
All right. So text to donate, follow. It's the closest you can be. It really is. Like it. Yeah, it is. It's like being in a cult. The Jeep cult. I keep saying we need to create the Project Tribute cult.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're working on it. No Kool-Aid, but we're working on it. To text to donate, 918-856-3977, the 2 words bleed kit. And then you can also donate on a whole bunch of different other platforms. And we'll have at the event the ability for card, cash, Venmo, and PayPal. I don't do Cash App. Cash App has too much fraud to it.
Yeah.
I think that's it. If you're watching this later on and you think of questions, just pop in there. I know he's been on our page quite a bunch, helping answer questions, or I'll tag him if I don't know the answer. But again, August 18th and 19th. The 19th is kind of the all-day event. If you're from Bartlesville, think of it like a Jeepers Sunfest. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then they'll have good food and all that. And Baxter Springs itself, the town, is just this gorgeous community. And then Brent was telling us last time that there's a Mater truck, not like there. And you'll need to tell us, what's the town again that's got all the cars, replicas? I see him. I wish we would get the bubbles.
Oh yeah,
You know, like,
right. Like yeah,
that way you just know.
not pending, but whatever you call it.
Galena.
Oh.
So Galena is not too far from Baxter Springs, but if you're taking the kids out, it's kind of like if you go to Stillwater and they've got the Transformers.
Oh.
It's the same thing, but they've got the cars. Like
Isn't the place in Cars also called something Springs?
yeah, like so because Cars is the whole concept of Cars is from Route 66 in a
Uh-huh.
town that was on along Route 66. So I mean it's 7 miles from
There you
Baxter.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's Route 66 and the movie Cars are kind of they're pretty close.
Yeah. So you can make a little road trip out of it.
Yeah, just don't go speeding because then you're going to have to help re-asphalt the road, and then your race car.
Yeah, don't do that.
Am I getting too deep into this? That movie is based on Baxter Springs. Is it really?
Oh, interesting.
I didn't know that. Why didn't they have a Jeep?
You know.
Well, they did have a Jeep in there. He was crotchety, but they did have a Jeep in there. Alrighty, guys. I think we're gonna call it. If you need anything, let us know. If you have questions, but again, please help share. It would be awesome if we can hit 8,000 followers tonight. So help us reach that goal. We've got, I think we're 100 shy to hit 8,000. So if you're seeing this, just hit that follow button. Tell your friends, hey, go help us. We've even had the Disney Channel here when it came out. That is cool.
Super cool.
Well, in Bartlesville, we had the Disney Channel and they made the big Mickey Mouse.
Yep. You didn't know that.
Right.
I was there.
I think I don't know that
you were there.
The whole town was there. Yeah. Like I got asked that question. Are you in the photo? Like, I don't know. I feel like I would have remembered this, but all right. So Baxter Springs Jeep Invasion, August 18th and 19th. 18th is going to be the off-roading. And then the 19th is an all-day event. Text to donate. And then after Baxter Springs, the next one's going to be the Okie Jeep Jam, provided Nick's able to confirm our spot from Bravado Wireless. Thank you again to the Parsons Foundation, Cherokee Nation. We had a bunch of Walmart grants come through. The Line Foundation was huge for us this year. Who else am I missing?
I mean, we just got that one. I mean, that's kind of just a commitment, though, I think.
Yeah, that's a commitment. So that one we'll announce after the fact. And then we've got the request from the group that just came through. So we're seeing lots of transactions and activity and putting a ton of gear in the hands of first responders. Thank you to Refuge Medical, by the way.
Huge thank you.
Yeah, like they have just stepped up out of the blue. Back in December, Forrest reached out saying, hey, I want to be part of this. And I think it's because his wife was following us on Facebook, and they have just thrown down for us.
Is he a board member?
Ooh,
he should be a board member.
He should be a board member.
If he's not.
That's a great idea. Hey, Forrest, I'm coming. If you're watching this, that's what we're looking for is that kind of stuff. Good idea. All righty, guys. We're going to sign out. Brent, have a great rest of your night. And definitely let's get you a microphone, get you where we can, because it'll be just like a Google Meet. So, all righty, guys. Have a great rest of your evening.
See you later.